The doorway into nihilism, into existential crisis, is a reductionist point of view, which basically is what the core of physicalism philosophy, which tries to get to the automatic core, or the automatic, I don't know how to describe it. Try to get to as automatic as possible. Like you look at everything, you find a law that applies to everything, that works, that makes everything work on its own automatically like a machine. This is kind of, I guess, abstract. I'm trying to explain it. So what it does is, what it always end up doing is, you would realize if you observe it, this type of philosophy, is they always seem to end up making the world, the universe, appear as a mechanism, a machine-like thing that's lifeless, that's just working like a machine. Like a lifeless, pointless, random machine that somehow just works. Inanimate. Yeah, you just look at any philosophy that's based on a reductionist, always tends to have this characteristic. You can spot it so easily. It's not only in materialism, but also in spirituality. Some people still use this reductionist point of philosophy to explain things in spirituality that are spiritual, which I find quite amusing or jarring, but also which also makes a lot of sense, because our world has been running on top of this materialism philosophy for as long as we can imagine. I don't know for how long, maybe not as long as I believe, but just long enough for it to be in our collective consciousness, like in the back of everyone's head. So you'd see, even if some people are already, like our spiritual teachers or spiritualists, they still, they can't help but still use this reductionist philosophy to explain things even in spirituality, which for example, in non-duality teaching, at least this teacher I've been following, they say basically how the world works, how reality is that we're all consciousness, and the reason why we're here is because consciousness wants to know itself, so it splashed into billions of individualized selves, which are us. And the way back, like the process is through all of these individuals' exploration, it returns back into truth of oneness. And the reason why there is suffering in the world is because whenever we think separation, we live in a way, like it's because we don't know the truth. So the way out of suffering is every individual's journey that is to, rediscover the truth although all of this sounds, very spiritual, you can say logically coherent. You can say, even aligns with all spiritual teachings that are true spirituality, But the vibe of it still feels like a reductionist. Like everything happens like automatically in a way that we are here and the way back is to discover truth somehow. And if we don't discover truth, we suffer. It's almost like there's this mechanical law. Again, that's like a ruthless law that's working out there in the back. This is very subtle. If you get it, you get it. If you don't get it, forget about it. You don't get it. But this is just very subtle. It's just because I'm really sensitive to spirituality, to this kind of thing. So I just feel there's something off. Like, it makes sense logically perfectly. And it convinces a lot of people. Many people follow non-duality teachings. But I just can't resonate with it. Because I guess I go a little deeper in a way that I have to find truth must be something that I can embody. Not that it is intellectually convincing is not enough for me. I find all spiritual teachings intellectually, maybe not all, but I don't know, most spiritual teachings intellectually convincing. They are logically coherent. But I don't embody them. If I don't fully embody them, if it's not like a full body, yes, I resonate with it, deep into the core, then I know it's not true. At least through my individual perspective. Everybody has their own filtering. That is their perspective. Everybody looks at the same thing differently. So maybe for you, non-duality teaching makes perfect sense, resonates with you to the core. Yes, follow it. That's the point. It doesn't matter if it resonates with other people or not. It has to resonate with you. And because it doesn't resonate with me, I've always tried to see what the problem was. I never understood why it doesn't resonate with this resonation thing. It happens long before the mind begins to understand what's wrong. I can immediately just feel this doesn't resonate with me without knowing why. And it took me quite a while to realize. Even today, it's another little breakthrough. And now I know why. I've always tried to explain it, and I thought the non-duality teachings and many other spiritual teachings make me feel the same way, like as if they are trying to turn the universe or the reality again into a machine, a big machine somehow works. It's still based on this reductionist philosophy, this feeling over there, and I can never resonate with that. What I do resonate with is that every inch of existence is filled with meaning. And some other teaching says the universe is just a mirror, and its mechanism is completely indifferent. So basically, it's like a mirror. What you are, it reflects back to you. Okay, you are happy today, it reflects back to you happiness. If you're depressed, it reflects back more depression to you, like you attract more depression, blah, 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 something like that. I'm not saying that this is all wrong. It just doesn't resonate with me. Again, it makes logical sense, logically coherent. And many people follow them, many people benefit from them, but it just doesn't resonate with me to the core, you know what I mean? This might be one of the apparent truths, but not the ultimate truth. Because the ultimate truth will definitely resonate with me to the core and beyond the core. And yeah, so yeah, you can see that there again in this last example I gave you, it's again, it feels like it's like some sort of a machinery work over there, as if the universe. Again, they just turned the universe into some sort of a machine. It's just kind of cold, you know. That's the best way I can describe it. It's cold. There's no temperature. And what resonates with me to the core is, it's not something that my mind came up with, not my intellectuality came up with, but what my resonation is that every inch of existence is filled with meaning, purpose, and emotional warmth. In fact, the word emotional warmth sounds a little mechanical to me. It sounds like somehow scientific, like a scientific term, as if I try to put it into a box. I don't like to use it. I just want to say just warmth. I would rather keep it poetic than intellectual or scientific, because again, our science today is totally, again, based on reductionist philosophy. So anything that sounds scientific sounds lacking warmth. And which is all understandable, you know, because that's where we are. That's where we've come from. And my point here is, again, if you are one of those that are supposed to watch this video to this point, and I think you would resonate with me very well on this point. Otherwise, you wouldn't be drawn to watch this video to this very minute, still watching. I think you've understood everything I've said perfectly well. I believe. And suddenly, I just feel this, I don't know how to describe it. Warmth. Let's just call it warmth. It's emanating from the center of my core. If you manage to drop this reductionist philosophy in all areas of your perception. Yet, like, when you look at the world, when you try to understand things, especially the fundamental things, you drop altogether the reductionist philosophy. You suddenly embrace meaning. Like, meaning is not that you discover meaning now, but that meaning starts to emanate from within you in a form of this profound sense of great, grand warmth. The very reason that so many people are depressed, it's a sad world. People are aggressive, angry, lost, confused, attacking each other, and deep in nihilism, anxiety, whatever. It's because we have not been able to look at the world in a way that resonates with us. Well, this sounds so simple, and indeed it is. And once you get it, you really do get it. And before this point in my life today, I have not got it this far, this profoundly. Even when I started recording this video, I didn't expect it to take this turn into this depth. I thought I would just be trying to make a point. I didn't expect it to somehow make a difference in me, like. And I really, really, really do resonate with this. It's like the fire in a long distant bottom of the cave of my being, in the warmth, the permanent warmth coming from this permanent fire. Suddenly, you can resonate with the existence. Rather than the existence exists, you are just this little person that's put in here. Like all spiritual teachings, they make you feel this way. It makes you feel like there's nothing you can do. The world works this way and you are out here. And you look at it and you gotta follow the laws. That's how you play the game. You gotta follow the rules. It sounds like you and existence or the universe is somehow separated. Not like the rules, the laws just exist out there. And you have to learn them. You know? And so which definitely means you don't necessarily resonate with them, because what you do is the rules, the laws, the things, they don't come out of you. They're out there, outside of you. You study them. Like when they say, the universe is just a mirror, it reflects whatever. What's inside of you, the world is just a mirror. You have depression, you get more depression. You have happiness, and that's when you get more happiness. Blah, 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 you know. And that's where you can really, at least me, I'm not someone that just tries to look for something that works and then just go along with it. I gotta get to the core of things. That's my job. Yeah, that's my soul's job, but that's what I do. Oh, Lawrence, it's so good to say it. It feels so great right now at this moment. And today I just had a couple of breakdowns where I really just could not understand the world. I looked at things, I thought about how this world was just, I could not resonate with it. Why are we here? It doesn't make any sense to me, looking at all the sadness and suffering in my own life. It just, nothing makes sense. Why did I have to go through this and that still and for so long, and the same for everyone and all of those things? I just couldn't understand, and I don't know. I couldn't know why I'm here. We are here, or here exists. Like me and existence, we go our separate ways. I just find myself in here, and there's nothing I can do about it. And I don't resonate with the spirituality that I have learned over the past 2 years. Like they were just, again, like rules, laws outside that I have learned and studied, and really not necessarily resonating with me. And this is really something really big. And I know I got something really important here. I really, really want, I don't know what I want. I said I would want more people to realize this, but I also, I know that this is something that people have to come to themselves. Like how I have come to it myself, just following the fire in your chest, not your head, not what sounds intellectual. And now I want to tell you, what sounds poetic probably is closer to truth than what sounds scientific. Because do we really resonate with science? Or do we resonate with poetry more? Do you or any human being in the world viscerally resonate more with art or more with science. Or science, I'm not saying science itself is false, but the science that we have been practicing in this world at this stage where we are today, I would say it's more misleading, or half misleading, or I personally would say it's more misleading than truth revealing. Our science that we have, that has been developed to the point today, is further from truth than poetry is, than art is, than music is. Yes. And all of these words are coming out of somebody who a few years ago was thinking that we're paying artists too much, we should pay scientists more, blah 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 blah. I didn't understand why people had to consume media, like singers and actors, movies. Why are we paying them too much? And I couldn't understand. We should pay more as scientists. Everybody should be looking at scientists, support them the way they have been supporting artists, and like artists, including singers, actors, these things. I didn't understand. Of course, that was me then, and today I have understood. And I'm thrilled because this resonates with me. And of course, I've always known that truth has to resonate with me. Or you. You gotta find your truth. But I think my video has ignited you somehow. Definitely. I feel this profound sense of peaceful warmth, or warm peace. And it is so broad. It feels like pure darkness, or just like the dark night with, like on the airplane when you look down at a city, you see the warm lights, you see darkness in warm lights. It's so peaceful, it's so profound. That's the tone of love. And that is the tone of truth. And we have to go this way. This is the way to go. I just ask existence to help me further, bring me closer to truth. Let me never lose the clarity of love. I can't. But at least today, I have reached a new level of clarity. And I thank you for watching. See you later, alligator. Nihilism originates from using cold rulers to measure the warmth of existence. Through statistics and scientific definitions, you can't feel or begin to understand the touch of meaning. Truth of meaning is the profound warmth of existence. It must be felt. It can only be felt. And you'd understand. And you're always understanding it. Through your celebration of love or your depression and nihilism. 36 degrees Celsius means nothing but some squiggly lines. But when my hand touches yours, what you feel is not 36 degrees Celsius. What you feel is the truth of when my hand touches yours.